Bay veteran finds a new home in San Francisco.
Yeah, Laura, he reached agreement with the San Francisco 49ers, 3-year, $60.4 million deal. Gets that deal done today, leaves Tampa. An emotional departure for Mike Evans leaving Tampa today. A big loss for the Buccaneers, but a big addition for the San Francisco 49ers. Malik Willis is the next player that got a deal done today with the Miami Dolphins. Essentially, they move on from Tua Tagovailoa. Now, they get a deal done with Malik Willis, 3 years, $67.5 million, $45 million guaranteed to get that deal done. Miami has its starting quarterback moving forward as he reunites with Jeff Hafley. The Indianapolis Colts keep the wide receiver that they wanted to keep, Alec Pierce, on a 4-year, $116 million deal. That was a priority for them. They get that deal done. He stays in Indianapolis. They transition tag Daniel Jones. Now they get to keep Alec Pierce on that long-term, big money deal for a wide receiver. But because they kept Pierce, they had to trade Michael Pittman to the Pittsburgh Steelers. They flopped draft choices with the Steelers. Essentially, Pittsburgh Steelers then gave Michael Pittman a 3-year, $59 million deal. So Pittman gets a trade and a new deal and a new home as he now plays with DK Metcalf in Pittsburgh with the Steelers. And one of the biggest deals of the day, Tyler Linderbaum sets a record for interior offensive linemen. $27 million a year, 3 years, $81 million. The Baltimore Ravens get Max Crosby from the Raiders. Now the Raiders get Tyler Linderbaum, the center from the Baltimore Ravens. This was a player that Clint Kubiak wanted to anchor that line, and they got that done. Meanwhile, the Super Bowl MVP, Kenneth Walker, wound up going to the Kansas City Chiefs on a 3-year, $43 million deal that included over $28 million in guaranteed money. The Chiefs get the running back that they've been looking for. It works out very well for them. Seattle has a need at running back, and we'll see what they wind up doing. And Travis Kelce, the Chiefs tight end, is working out to go back to Kansas City. They're trying to work out a deal. Everybody's expected that he would be back. He is going to be back. They're trying to get that deal all taken care of.
It looks like Adam's got another deal cooking there, so he'll update us with that as soon as he gets it. Adam, unbelievable job by you.
Phone hot
this
as hell.
Such a fun day, by the way, for all of us, finding out how the league is going to look going forward. It changes in the blink of an eye, and we're with you for another hour here. Our coverage continues right here on ESPN, all the latest as Adam continues to break news. Reactions here from Ryan Clark, Lewis Riddick, Jeremy Fowler. Dan Orlovsky is joining us there. He's live in Indy. What's up, Dano? We'll get to you in just a moment.
Dan, you like a nerd.
What? You didn't even let him say anything.
Straight nerd, Dan.
Dan, I think you look great.
That city let you out of the closet in Indy.
He's in a different closet now. Okay, Mike Evans, let's focus on that. Soon-to-be new teammate George Kittle is talking about him coming. Look at George Kittle. Either. Let's go. Welcome to the Bay. I know, poor Dan. We got him muted. He can't even respond to us ripping on him. All right, Mike Evans opened his career with an NFL record, 11 straight 1,000-yard seasons. He stacks up very well on the NFL's active list, right? The only active receiver with more touchdown catches than Evans is Davante Adams, and the only one with more yards is DeAndre Hopkins. Dan, when you think about what this is going to look like and now what Kyle Shanahan has at his disposal, what comes to mind?
The red zone. Kyle Shanahan is one of the best play designers and game planners in the NFL, but I think he's the best, along with Andy Reid, down in the red zone, down in the goal line area. And if you think, and RC and Lewis can speak to it better than I don't think there's a ton of corners in the NFL that you can just say, hey, yes, you can go cover Mike Evans down inside that red zone area one-on-one by yourself. So he's still going to be a focused part of their pass game in the middle of the field and working the middle of the field. But you get down in that goal line spot, good luck. And now if you think about it, Kyle Shanahan's going to have this piece that he can move around to attract either one-on-one matchups or attention, and then George Kittle, once he gets back, is going to have more space. Christian McCaffrey going to have more space. McCaffrey was tasked with doing so much last year, all encompassing for this offense. This is a massive addition for San Francisco.
What I think about is you now have a wide receiver that doesn't need a lot of space to catch the football working alongside an offensive coordinator and head coach that just understands how to create space. And so some of the explosion or the quickness or the ability to create separation that Mike Evans might have lost, it's built in to this offense. And you think about Ricky Pearsall, some of his versatility, ability to go inside and outside, and him getting another year under his belt, what Christian McCaffrey means for this entire offense, and also the ability of Brock Purdy to create second play opportunities. Think about Mike Evans in the scramble drill, understanding how to work with the quarterback, but also being in those one-on-ones to win 50-50 balls. And as you said as well, Dan, when you think about the red zone, the piece that Christian McCaffrey and the way that he's already utilized, the way that that works for them, but now having Mike Evans when everything is looking into the backfield to get one-on-ones on the outside.
Yeah, what's interesting for me is the burden that he's going to carry as far as the passing game is concerned here. And I know Jeremy spoke earlier about the fact that Mike Evans may be looking at this situation similar to what Davante Adams experienced when he was in L.A. The problem is, though, Davante had Puka.
Yeah.
Mike doesn't have Puka here. So now, at soon to be 33 years old, he's wide receiver number 1 out there right now, as it's presently constructed. Juwan Jennings is a free agent. Ricky Pearsall has only gone into his 3rd season and hasn't really even established himself yet. So Mike he may want this kind of role, and that's great. I think every guy who's been an alpha like he has, when you start off your career with 11 straight seasons of over 1K, you're saying, look, I got it. I've done this. This is who I am. You're also going to be 33. This will be interesting to watch what they do in the draft now, because I think they need to give him more help. I don't know if you just want him being the centerpiece at this point.
It's a receiver-rich draft.
Yeah.
There's a lot of talent there. Evans ranks 3rd in red zone targets among active players, trailing only Davante Adams and Travis Kelce. We mentioned Juwan Jennings. You got Pearsall in that room. I mean, Ayuk, he's out of there. What do you think about their plans maybe to add other receivers and just the shape of that room overall?
Yeah, the 49ers are going to get busy. I do expect them to add one other offensive piece. And what's fascinating, to your point, the Bucs had to manage Mike Evans' snaps for the last 3 years.
Yeah.
Really. They would take him off the field sometimes on 1st, 2nd down. It's going to be fascinating to see how Kyle Shanahan schemes him up, but he wants to be schemed up. I sense the last couple weeks, despite the sentiment for Tampa Bay and all his time there as a Hall of Fame career, he wanted a new challenge, chance to win a Super Bowl with a new team. And he's looking at the blueprint and saying, I'm going out.
The problem with age isn't that you can't do it anymore, is that you can't do it as consistently and as constantly. And so it is going to be some of utilizing him in the moments that are important where he can be of most benefit.
I'm not sure anybody can scheme that up better than Kyle Shanahan,
absolutely.
so I'm pumped to see him in this offense. Also, credit to everything that Mike Evans did in that Tampa Bay community.
Sure.
He was a fixture in so many ways, and now he does get a new opportunity. Let's zero in on Miami's new quarterback. This is a small sample size, but no one had a better QBR than Malik Willis over the last 2 years. On his 115 pass plays, Willis hasn't thrown an interception since his rookie year in 2022, but has only 6 career starts and 6 touchdown passes